I'm from Scotland originally, and I did my initial training in Scotland, and I came out actually to work as a junior doctor for a couple of years, and I loved it. But I went back to Scotland, and then every Friday night I would be having a drink with my partner or whatever, and thinking to myself, why am I here? Why am I back in Australia? Pretty easy in terms of, so the college recognises UK degrees, so all you have to do when you come out here is sort of prove that you are who you say you are and that you've had comparable training. I work with nice people, I work with nice surgeons, nice nurses. We get scones most days, which is lovely. You get lunch, you know, it's very nice. It's a nice working environment. People are just generally pleasant, which is good, and it's, you know, I actually love it here. In terms of work-life balance, it's better. You know, I don't have much of a commute. You know, I could walk to work in 20 minutes, so it's like 5 minutes in the car. There's always a car park, which I don't have to pay for. And then at home, you know, there's just so much on offer here. It's such an outdoorsy place. You know, every sport you can think of, there's a club for. And especially when the kids were young, you know, they did everything. You know, they did soccer, cricket, AFL, tennis, swimming, you know, it's all here. So family life is easy here, and it's easy to get to places. Maybe I always say that the bigger swap for me was city to country rather than Scotland to Australia. That access to that outdoor lifestyle is unparalleled, I think, compared to where I came from, you know, where it rains a bit. It's quite easy regionally to embed yourself in the community. Where you move to a city, sometimes it's difficult to meet people and to make that social group. In terms of professionally, you know, I still do everything that I did in the city. I've got a great breadth of practice in terms of what I do. Sometimes if you're in the city, you become more and more niche. Whereas if you're in the country, you stay wide, you know, you do children, you do all the different specialties. You have to be able to turn your hand to anything, because anything might walk through the door. And there's lots of opportunities to go and, you know, keep your professional development up, online and in person. Mildura's got great links with the Children's Hospital in Melbourne and the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne. And also the other way to Adelaide, we've got good links there. So there's always tertiary help available should you need it. A lot of the specialists come up here from, you know, vascular, for example, will come up from Melbourne. There's urology comes up from Melbourne. So that's another good way of keeping you keyed in with what's going on in the bigger cities. Think about where you are in your life. You know, it's a great place to bring up a young family. And the other people that I would say should really consider it is maybe you're at the end of your career, maybe your family's grown, maybe you just want to work for another couple of years. Ideal, come to the country, bring your skills here, you'll be well rewarded for that. I think two groups I would say are ideally suited, those with young family and those maybe towards the end of their career just want to do something different for a couple of years. I think ideally suited for here.